Now you guys are always asking me about my skincare routine. I am almost 38 years old. I've never had any Botox or filler, and I take my skincare very seriously. I'm not one of those people that buys a ton of products and likes to try new things. I have a few staple products that work for me. I empty the bottles, repurchase when on sale. I have my few ride or die products. I do change my products from season to season. Reason being is when fall and winter hits, the air gets very, very, very dry. In the summer months, it's a little bit more humid, so I go for more lightweight products, but this is the time of year where I need to switch up my products because I feel dryness around my lips, my scalp is really dry, I can feel the tightness in my skin. So I wanted to share my updated fall winter skincare routine with you. Welcome back to my channel. It is 7:25 p.m. My kids are now in bed. They're sleeping. Thank goodness, because I have had an exhausting day. I'm ready to do my nighttime skincare routine and crawl into bed and relax. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Angelin. I post all types of content, wellness, fitness, self-care as a mom of 2 kids, and I love to post videos about how I fit everything into my busy schedule. Don't forget, if you're not part of the family, be sure to hit that subscribe button so you can follow along for more. Now, I was in the office today. I work hybrid, so 1 or 2 times a month I am downtown Calgary in the office, dressed up. This is probably the most amount of makeup that I would wear to the office. Not wearing too much makeup, just some concealer, blush, mascara, eyeshadow. I'm gonna show you my routine, and I pretty much have the same routine on days that I wear makeup and that I don't. The only time that I would switch things up is if I'm on set and have a photo shoot, then I like to cleanse a little bit more thoroughly to get rid of all the makeup that's on. First things first, I need to get out of my work clothes and put on some pajamas. Like I said, regardless if you wear a lot of makeup or not, you're gonna want to double cleanse every night. I don't wear any foundation, and I do work from home, so I don't wear a lot of makeup, but I always double cleanse. Your first cleanse really is taking off, the SPF, anything you have put on your skin, sweat throughout the day. And the second cleanse is more cleansing out your pores. I like to switch up my first cleansing product depending on how much makeup I'm wearing. Because I am a model, on set, they do put quite a bit of makeup on me. I'll tag one of my videos here, which was one of the photo shoots I did, and I was showing how much makeup was on my face. So on those days, I've been loving using the Anua Heartleaf Pore Control Cleansing Oil, and this is mild for sensitive skin. I did a review on introducing K-beauty products into my routine. I'll take it here. This I found really stripped my skin a little bit of its moisture. I don't love that tight feeling that some cleansers leave, but I found that my skin does get a really, really good clean when I use that cleansing oil. So if I do go a little bit heavy with the makeup, that's what I'm using as my first cleanse. Otherwise, I go with my ride and die, and you'll see that I use a lot of Coco Kind products. The oil to milk cleanser. This one still does a great job of removing my makeup, but I find it's gentle enough for day to day so that it's not stripping the natural moisture in my skin. It is a thicker consistency, which I like. Use just a little bit, rubbing it into my dry skin, really giving it a good rub, breaking down all that makeup, all that mascara, all the SPF. It's got a nice light smell to it, nothing perfumey. And you'll also notice that a lot of the products I use, I just get at my local Shoppers Drug Mart, at my local drugstore in Canada. I do have a lot of Sephora's close by me, but there's something about just being able to pick up your cleanser, retinol, serums at your local drugstore. Just makes it so much easier. At Shoppers Drug Mart in Canada, I use my PC points and I redeem my PC points to get my skincare for free. Now that I've been rubbing this for a couple minutes, I'm going to add a little bit of warm water and really emulsify it. This is an important step that you don't want to miss. You can see it emulsifying there. Now I'm going to give this a good rinse. Now my skin does feel really clean, so I'm gonna go on with my second cleanse, and my second cleanse does not change from summer to winter. It's the La Roche-Posay Cleansing Micellar Foaming Water. You see me use this in all my morning videos. Love this product. Applying it to slightly damp skin. Don't come at me for the way I wash my face, but this second cleanse is really just going to get into my pores without, again, stripping my skin of any moisture, because I need all the moisture I can get in these winter dry months. Right, feel clean and fresh. Now normally I would go in with my first lightweight moisturizer in the summertime, but as it gets drier, I've been loving using the Tir Tir Milk Skin Toner. This has helped my skin so much. I find that when it gets really dry, I get dry patches all around my lips and around my hairline, and this has worked wonders. Feels so refreshing. Chamomile extract for soothing, rice bran extract, the Anua cleansing oil, and this Tir Tir product are my very first and right now only Korean skincare products, but I think I need to dabble a little bit more. So if there's some products you think I should be trying out, let me know. Seriously though, look at that. Skin's bouncy, it's all absorbed. Now I'm ready to go in with my retinol. First step before applying my retinol, I always apply a little bit of my moisturizer first, just so that the retinol is not going in onto my bare skin. I've played around with a lot of different moisturizers. Right now I am using the Cocokind Resurrection Polypeptide Cream. Again, this has not changed from summer to winter. It is a thick cream, but I do have dry skin and I'm just putting a little bit on. All right, so a little bit of a barrier so that the retinol is not going directly on my skin. And my new favorite retinol. This is the first time I've ever tried any RoC products at all. It's the Derm Correction Fill and Treat Serum, and it is an advanced retinol. I just posted a reel on this, and this is not sponsored. I saw someone else using this, and they said that it is one of the only retinols that actually fills any fine lines and wrinkles, and because I don't have Botox and I don't really want to get Botox, I wanted to give it a go, and I cannot believe how much of a difference this has made. This is an advanced retinol, so some people were asking me, they've never used retinol, if they can start using this, and you know, I'm not an expert, but my answer is yes. But with any retinol, you want to be building up. So when I first started using retinol, and I was using more of like a medium potency retinol, I think it was also from La Roche-Posay, I used it only once a week. And even with once a week, I experienced some dryness, a little bit of breakouts, but I pushed through and I built up to twice a week, then 3 times a week. Then eventually I was able to use it every day. So I just started using this RoC Fill and Treat Serum every day. I've had no issues. My skin is plump. I barely have any breakouts at all. One thing I will say is that this applicator sucks, like it's real bad. I hate that it's not level, so it doesn't sit straight in my cabinet, but I do think they have changed the packaging. I think must just have an older container. So it's kind of like a pump like this. So I'm just gonna pump a little bit out, and I'm kind of putting it like on my 11s, on my forehead, and on my crow's feet. I try to avoid kind of my lip area because I do get the dryness. Just gonna rub this in my laugh lines, kind of on the back of my hands and on my neck as well. So like I said, this packaging is not my favorite, but it has lasted me a long time. And again, I just get it at Shoppers Drug Mart, and I actually just redeem some of my points to get another one for free. Then I'm gonna go in with the peptide moisturizer over top, a little bit of a thicker layer to really seal that in. All right, so my skin is hydrated, feeling ready for bed in the really, really dry winter months. And I'm talking January, February get really, really bad. No matter what I do for my skin, I'm always going to feel dry. So I do sleep with the humidifier going at nighttime in my room. It's just what I have to do in such a dry climate. I have one in each of my children's rooms as well. They get really chapped lips no matter what I do. And sleeping with the humidifier at night is just so good for your skin, hair, nails. The humidifiers don't have to be expensive. The ones that I have are just $30 from Amazon. And like I said, there's one in each of our rooms. They are a little bit of maintenance, so you have to make sure you're cleaning them out, especially if you live in an area with hard water like I do. But I think it's so, so worth it. If you're finding your lips are always chapped in winter, you know, your eyes hurt, your hair is brittle, definitely recommend checking out a humidifier. Something else I've been doing and will continue doing in the winter months is applying a facial oil. I don't even want to show you what my facial oil looks like because it's disgusting, but it's the Chia facial oil, and I'm almost out of this one. This one's also by Cocokind. Like, the bottle is horrendous and so gooey, but what I would do is just apply a little bit of oil to really seal everything in. So I just apply the oil to make sure that my skin can stay hydrated all the way till morning. And there we go. The skincare is done. All right, let's talk hair. I never really dabbled in any type of changes to my hair for the seasons, but my hair has gotten very, very long and it is now very dry on the ends. No matter how many times I get trims, my hair is just so straw-like. My scalp is dry, my ends are dry. So something new I've been trying, and this I did buy at Sephora, is the Amika Dream Routine Overnight Hydration Treatment. And this is unreal. I'm not gonna lie, this bottle is more than I want to spend, but I was so tired of my hair being so dry and straw-like when I wake up in the morning. So all I've been doing is taking one pump in my hands and I just apply it to the ends like so. It smells so good. It doesn't make my hair feel greasy by any means, like I'm putting a mask on. You can see it in my hair a little bit, but by the time morning comes, it's completely gone. It says you can apply on damp or dry hair before bedtime, but I never recommend going to bed with damp hair because your hair is the most brittle when it's wet and so prone to breakage. Do not recommend going to bed with wet hair. Been using it for a few nights and I've really been enjoying it, and I find that my hair looks less frizzy as well. Then I'm just going in with my heatless curlers here. I've noticed a huge difference in my hair hydration and growth since switching to using my Dyson Airwrap, but also trying to utilize my heatless curlers more. I tell you, after a long day of being in the office and socializing, it's so nice to come home, do a little skincare. It's so nice to have some time in the evening after my kids go to bed to relax a little bit. You guys know I've been dabbling in using hair gloss treatments, and I'll tag one of my videos here where I tried the L'Oreal hair gloss, but you guys asked, and at the Sephora sale I actually bought the Viral Wow Anti-Frizz Gloss. I actually got it on sale, which I'm so happy about because I said in one of my other videos the reason I had gone with the L'Oreal and was doing a review of the L'Oreal is because I didn't want to spend all the money, but I decided to do a review on the Wow product. Be sure to subscribe if you want to follow along and if you're interested in that content. But there we have it. I find that winter months are very tough for me. My skin struggles, my hair struggles, my nails, my heels on my feet, they struggle. It is so dry. I hate these dry winter months, so little changes that I can make in my routine really make a big difference. Help me feeling really good, both physically and mentally. And if you have any other tips for making it through these dry months, please drop them down below because I'm so curious. Honestly, I don't think any climate is as dry as where I live. Thank you so much for following along on this video of my skincare and hair tips for those winter months. I have so much more great content coming at you. I'm so excited about. So be sure to hit that subscribe button. And if you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. I so appreciate you all being here. I hope you have a fantastic evening and bye for now.